interesting. What flip really switches?
One up against Gen.G for manning in. Looking at the minimap here, Canyon, it's going to be flash over. They really want to punish this jungler as the bubble will be flashed, and now Canyon's looking to turn it around as a big face breaker will come in, and Canyon will survive. BDD has to flash the spear at the same time as Damwon once again going to flip it on its head here in the beginning of the game.
Face breaker should result in a flash superplex that just sets up for Canyon really well.
Well, Nuggery, he's trying to hit his power spike here, of course, the 0-2 power spike. And so Clit is going to help him get there, as this will be an easy pickup. Just gets tethered by the Karma, and even though he had flash, he kind of knew, well, if there that is. As, okay, here's this objective I was talking about. Clit and BDD are slowly making their way over here. See what they can do. So trying to burst it down, but Clit is going to be zoned away. Showmaker very scary. I'm not sure why BDD went in there. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
And he essentially just throws his life away for nothing.
I mean, he doesn't have flash and Set does. So we talked about this a few moments ago that any time the spacing is going to be there, Showmaker can just land it to get all of the plates.
Well, here we go. The dive onto the bottom side is going to be good, as Ghost is going to be singled out, and they're going back in. We'll see who can pick this one up. Ruler is going to, and that will be the double kill under the turret as Ruler and Light.
Turret locked up in animation, delayed the DPS.
Play up here in the top side. Clit goes in. He has to flash kick away just to say, okay, we don't want any more of that fight to happen. You're going up against Canyon, who's actually pretty tanky, even with the Catalyst on top of the jungle item, so he's not just going to be an easy kill. As now, he runs straight into the spear. There was not enough time, and now Canyon is just going on a crazy killing spree, as there's going to be the second kill. 2-0-2 for the #1 jungler in the LCK right now.
Yeah, and Canyon is really creating a canyon between him and the other junglers.
Yeah, nice Rift Herald. That was pretty unfortunate. Well, we got Bopey over here. Is going to get boped back into the enemy team, and down she will go. That's one bubble and one death. Actually, the second death for Beryl, who looks... Nice steal away there. Oh, the flash on in. They're really desperately trying to get Ghost, but you can see Damwon immediately turning this around. Take a look at Ruler. He's in a bit of an awkward spot, and he's going to try to hop and skip away, but he will not be able to. Only Poppy is going to be the casualty here for Damwon, so has had an incredible game. As now we're going to try to take out Showmaker. They might be able to do this, as he is incredibly difficult to take out and survives for a very long time, but here comes the rest of the team. Beryl not able to save him, as Gen.G committing super hard to taking out these two members, but take a look at their base.
Wait.
Guys, your base. Yeah, okay, well, we have BDD backing, but I don't know if that's going to be on time here, as Lee Sin can't do anything. Nuggery is going to tank it up, and they have so much damage, they're just going to take down the Nexus at 26 minutes, as Damwon are going to crush another top team.
I gave it to Canyon.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Gen.G.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back with the most hyped series of the week, Damwon Gaming versus Gen.G. Today we'll be joined by Subinyan for today's analyst task with Victory and Lyra. And this is Season with the translation. This was a huge clash between the top 3 teams, and it was Gen.G versus Damwon Gaming. And this was also the first game on 10.15 patch. We saw Poppy support after a long while. Gen.G went for a Callista's first pick and also anti-carry pick Karma on the top side. And they went for Lee Sin Zoe comp, focusing on the bottom side of the map. But Damwon Gaming, they picked Poppy into a very high mobility pick, Callista. So they wanted to kind of shut down the carry potential on the bottom lane and focus on the top side potential. We cannot really tell that one side countered the other side, but we had a very unconventional comps coming out today. And both teams were looking for their perfect angle to get a game-winning clutch fight, but it was actually Damwon that kind of outplayed the opponent with their mechanical level. So at the very early phase of the game, Gen.G was on a hunt for that Nidalee, but turned out that Damwon Gaming was the one winning that skirmish. With this minion's vision, they spotted that Nidalee was on that golem camp. And Canyon was also aware of it, so he started to escape the enemy jungle camp. Lee Sin was a little bit late for this fight, and the difference of the jungle clearing speed between Lee Sin and Nidalee kind of resulted in this fight difference. And that sidestep from the Sleepy Trouble bubble was so critical in that fight. Gen.G was aware that Nidalee would come in for a kind of counter jungling, but Damwon Gaming managed to execute it really well. And by Kenyan surviving that fight with a very low HP, Damwon was able to snowball throughout the game. And we want to talk about Damwon's macro over here. Let's take a look at the goal difference. Karma and Lee Sin died prior to this point of the game, so he TP'd back to the lane. And then Canyon once again survives this 2v2 skirmish. Well, Gen.G had bottom lane priority, so they wanted to pull off some play, but because of the TP difference, they weren't able to go for a different setup, but so they went for a dragon pick with that bottom lane prio, but Noguri was able to finish up the top lane. So Noguri picked up a lot of gold over there and then grouped up to the mid lane and then finished that tower as well. Even though Gen.G had a huge prio in this bottom lane, they weren't able to convert that into a huge gold lead. And because Gen.G was aware of this fact, the bottom build rotated to the top lane and going for a Herald try. But watch how Damwon Gaming reacted to this fight. All 5 members gathered up to the bottom lane to raise the bottom tier 1 turret. So Noguri was also trying to rotate to the bottom side of the map, and Karma is so weak in this kind of situation because his wave clear is not as good enough. Well, at the beginning of this highlight reel, they were sitting about 2k gold difference, but it ended up with about 5k gold difference. Well, we can say that Gen.G was really good at picking up all the neutral objectives, but it was actually Damwon Gaming not even paying attention to the neutral objectives. They were rather focusing on the turrets and about other macros on the map. Damwon was having the tempo all throughout the game, and they had a very fast game overall. It's time to take a look at the player of the game on the side of Damwon Gaming. Kenyan on Nidalee again. He was first on every possible department in the jungle stats. He's displaying his prime performance currently in the LCK, and a lot of Gen.G players were putting a lot of time and effort to spot Canyon in the jungle, but he always managed to escape and make a turnaround kill. Canyon was really aggressive and going into the enemy side of the jungle, but there was no one to stop him. And this was where all the gold difference started to kind of accelerate, and Gen.G focused on the bottom side of the map, but Kenya, Noguri, they were so aggressive, so they had to pay attention to the top side. Kenyan climbing up the standings of the POG right here. Today could be the day for Showmaker to come out on top of the POG standings, but well, he can make a tie with BDD, but not sure whether he can outnumber BDD tonight. Kenyon picked up 11 votes out of 12 with a very dominating performance. Now let's move on to game number 2, Damwon Gaming versus Gen.G.